All right, guys, welcome back to the Side Dish Podcast. Happy New Year. I'm your host, Aaron Shin, joined as always by my producer, Jay Lee.
Hello.
And my girlfriend, Jaehyun Paik, is in the studio today. She's laughing.
Hi.
Guys, Jaehyun is really shy, so we're hoping that she opens up and share some fun stories, but she's the only one not drinking on this episode. Speaking of drinking, I just broke my dry January spell, and I really can't talk.
It's nice to have Jaehyun on. I feel like since you guys have started dating, you always mention her name as
Right.
Jay.
Right.
And I think people may or may not have gotten confused
Yeah,
with
yeah.
me.
You're
But
right.
yeah. Now
So I call Jaehyun Jay among us, but I also tried for a long time to call her only Jaehyun, right? But then it's funny because everyone else calls her Jay. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No,
So-
that's not true.
Is that not true?
Well, within
you
your
introduce
friend
yourself.
group,
You introduce yourself normally to people as Jay. I'd say.
right?
Yeah.
But then recently, I started to introduce myself as Jaehyun. I think
Did you ever have an English name, Jaehyun? What was it?
Christine with a CH.
Doesn't she look like a Christine?
No,
She doesn't think so.
yeah. Jaehyun is better.
I think it's
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
If you were
al-
Christine, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm always a fan of people just keeping their like Korean names.
Instead of their slave names, yeah. Their white hegemonic power or whatever names.
Yeah.
my older sister's name is Elizabeth, and then my name was, when I was in kindergarten, Christine.
But you know what? Your sister does kind of give off
An
Elizabeth,
Elizabeth?
or like Liz
Yeah, yeah,
vibes. Yeah. Maybe I'll start calling you Christine this year, babe. Maybe that'll be my
no.
New Year's resolution.
No,
Well, so
I have
speaking
said no.
of
I've said bye to that.
Okay,
name
okay.
a long time ago.
speaking of New Year's resolutions, I know it's kind of cliche and trite, but you know, is there something small that you've been trying to do besides the whole say less and do more, or have you actually been doing that in the last 8 days, Jay?
No.
No.
I've been saying less, but I haven't been doing
Yeah.
more. Yeah.
It's only been a week.
It's only been a week.
Yeah. After just having taken a shot and sipping on a beer, one of my resolutions is to drink less.
Yeah.
Say less, drink less, do more.
Sleep more. Yeah, do more.
Yeah.
Wait, because I was doing dry January until literally 5 minutes ago when I
Yeah.
just took a shot with you. I'm already feeling like a little bit loosey goosey. This is great. But yeah, no, the 7 days when I was not drinking were fabulous. I got really excellent sleep. And I honestly needed to give my liver a break, you know?
Yeah.
I think it's been at least a full year since I've gone 7 full days without drinking. At least a year, you know?
You know, it's crazy to hear that, but that makes so much sense. I don't think I've
Because we do the podcast at least once a week, and we
Yeah.
always drink on podcast nights, you know?
Yeah.
During weeknights.
During weeknights, yeah.
Yeah.
Babe, how about you, though? Any New Year's resolutions on your end? Anything you were trying to do?
I have a few things, but two of them have to do with going to sleep early. I'm trying to get into my bed to get ready to sleep around 11:30 or 12. And also try not looking at my phone after 11.
Yeah.
And how are you doing on that respect, babe?
I failed yesterday,
There we go.
but I have been doing well for at least 5 days.
Yeah, and that was a weekend.
Yeah.
You got to pass. Are you like putting your phone away so that you don't touch it like while you're in
Well,
bed?
I always turn off my phone when I go to
Oh.
sleep. That is
Whoa.
something I have been doing.
She does that, though. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's been
All
doing
my
that since I
life,
met
I
her.
think.
Yeah. She also
Wow.
closes all the apps on her phone. Oh, we should just
I
do
mean,
a
I
segment
do
about
that.
like all the weird things that Jay does. So Jaehyun has a compulsive need to have her phone charged all the way. She needs to have battery charged all the way. She needs to close every app right after she's done using it.
Yeah.
She like has to have it closed.
Yeah.
And then she turns off her phone at night when she goes to
That's
sleep.
a good habit. That's a good habit.
Good
Well,
is a
the
good
last
is a
one.
weird word to use there. It's a habit. It's a neutral
Yes, it's
habit.
a habit,
It's a
yes.
neutral habit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What else? I'm just kidding.
You said
Sure,
that,
I
you said there were
have
you said there
some-
were two things, honey.
yeah.
The first was getting
Right,
to bed
going
earlier.
to sleep before
Oh, yeah,
midnight,
yeah.
and the other thing is trying not to look at my phone after 11.
Okay. I meant weird
I see.
habits, but
Right.
No, yeah,
Weird
yeah.
habits.
You guys
I'm
remember
sure
what
I
my
have
what my
issues.
New Year's resolution was?
Dry January?
Besides that, I already broke it. So
Oh, smoking.
smoking.
So angry at you.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. So, Juul pods are now kind of like somewhat illegal, or
They're hard to get,
they're
man.
hard to
Thank you
get,
so much.
so
But you flew out of LAX or SFO?
LAX. So
Okay.
you can't get them at, just at regular stores. And
That's
with
what
me
you were
just being a
charging?
good friend that I am, I was in the duty-free section at LAX airport, and I saw some Juul pods.
I mean, if you guys recall on the last episode, I said my New Year's resolution is to start smoking Juul again.
Yeah.
But I can't smoke Juul unless I have them. Fucking Jay came through with a 4-pack, and you guys are going to hear me live hitting Juul for the first time in literally months. I'm going to get lightheaded as fuck, dude.
Dude, I am the worst friend ever.
You're
Is
the
it
best friend.
stronger than the Korean vapes?
Very strong. Korean vapes are allowed to only be maybe 1% to 3% nicotine. This is 5%
Yeah.
So that's why
nicotine.
James is like smoking like crazy with that vape.
Yeah.
One,
Oh my God.
it's like
Oh, you guys heard that crack, right? That was...
you're smoking it as if it's
God, I'm so
weed.
I feel like a crackhead.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like,
Yeah. I mean, I was going to maybe like slip it to Aaron while
I'm so
Jay
glad you
wasn't
did it
looking,
in front of Jay.
But
I will be.
I think that was
I will eventually see it. And be like,
yeah,
where'd you get that?
yeah. So I'm glad I did it.
Thank
in
you so
front of
much,
her
man.
back. Yeah.
Thank you so much. All right, New
Just
Year's.
this one box though.
Yes, I just did one.
But you
Yeah.
forget, babe. I'm going to America in a
Oh
month.
shit.
But they're probably not going to have it anywhere. So
Well, so you bought this at the airport, right?
I just bought it somewhere. I mean,
On the illicit
It
black
is
market.
everywhere
Yeah.
in the states.
You know what's funny? So going back to New Year's resolutions, though, I want to start writing more, right? Like
Yes.
that's always on my mind at the beginning of the year. Is how do I kind of like uphold the values of creativity that I have long held dear, and like challenge myself creatively and to think creatively. And so one of them was like, I feel like I'm losing my memory, my short-term memory, because I smoked so much weed throughout my life, obviously. But I do this thing when I wake up now where I write down what I did yesterday as like an exercise.
that's
to,
that's great.
yeah. And I want to do it every day this year. So I actually have it, but I don't know if I should
yeah.
read it out loud in real time. But it'll be like, so like my January 3rd like entry, right, which is recalling January 2nd is, yesterday, Jen picked up her Christmas slippers. I retrieved a misplaced mortar and pestle. Jay and I ate leftover dumplings and rice. We watched Castle in the Sky with Sue. I heard my neighbors having sex outside my bedroom window. And before I went to bed, I weighed 67.88 kilograms.
Nice.
Oh yeah, we're both trying to lose some weight.
Yeah. So this
Or-
is also my way of like tracking how much I weigh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're trying to lose 3 kilograms.
We're having like a contest or competition of who
Yeah.
can lose
Or
it
I'm
first.
viewing it as
She's taking
it
that
as a
competitively.
competition.
Yeah. 60.
he's
Yeah,
not.
that's pretty good.
Yeah. How much do you weigh?
So over since I went to the States, I gained like 2.5 kilos. Because
You don't look it.
It's all muscle.
It's all muscle. Yeah. Because I was lifting every
Yeah,
day.
fucking squatting, fucking crazy. But I'm trying to get back down to my. Actually, I was at a very.
What's your
pretty-
weight though?
I don't want to say.
No,
It's
because
Well,
we're
do you
around the same
feel-
height, so I have to
Yeah.
know.
Do you
Because now it's
feel
a
more-
competition between us.
Do you feel more comfortable after the 2.5 kilo gain, or do you feel less comfortable?
less comfortable because I didn't exercise at all while I was down there. Yeah, I'm getting so old.
Jay,
I
you're
went
not
to a
that old.
I went to a cafe.
We're all the same age for the record, so yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. A few days into my trip, I went to a cafe to work, and then like on a stool, like a high stool, and then I worked for an hour or so. As I got out of the stool, I just like felt my back like
Oh
tweak,
no.
and I wasn't doing anything.
Oh,
you
no,
know,
that
That
scares
happened
me.
to me a few days ago. I sneezed and my
Yeah.
neck hurt.
Well, babe, you have neck like problems. Yeah.
Yeah.
Neck
Yeah.
muscles. Yeah.
And you know, it could be attributed to I had been coughing a lot. I did do like a workout the night before for the first time in like a while. So, and I didn't stretch. So, anyways, I was out for like, I couldn't do anything physical for like a week or so. So,
Because you were trying to get off that stool.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then being at home, my mom's just like cooking all the time, and it's the holidays and we're just eating a ton of food. So I gained a little bit of holiday weight.
How was it seeing your family? So you went in, kind of like last minute decision. Was there a big procession of family members there to greet you at the airport? Or were they so glad to see the one and only son returned
The
home?
prodigal son. My brother-in-law picked me up at LAX. We're old friends, and no, there wasn't like this.
Your
big,
brother-in-law is your actual friend. You guys were friends before he married your sister.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've known him since I was like 6, 7.
Wild.
Yeah,
Wild. Not to do like too big of a detour, because not that we have a theme for the episode, but I'm curious about that because friends who end up marrying someone's little sister, I've known siblings that are okay with that kind of relationship and some that are not.
Yeah.
He's been married to your sister for years now, right?
Yeah.
So at this point, you've accepted it. But was there a point when you were like, I don't know about that, or didn't approve, or anything like that?
It was weird for sure.
Yeah,
when
I would imagine
first
it's
found
fucking
out,
weird.
because they were like being secretive. It's my older sister, by the way, who married this friend.
Got it.
And
Is he older
yeah,
than you?
he's older than me. It was for sure weird, but
Yeah.
yeah,
It's good shit. Yeah. So good shit.
it was definitely weird, but I got over it, I think, pretty quickly.
Yeah. Well, because also they're older than you. That would be my justification, is like, let them live their lives. At least they're like older, so
Right.
they probably know what they're doing.
I mean, also, even if it were my younger sister, it's like, what am I gonna say?
Well,
really?
that's
It's
I feel like
When-
that'd be weirder though, right?
How
Yeah.
old were
It
you
would
when they
be.
started dating?
Probably like 19.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah,
that's
you
fine.
were still
Yeah.
pretty young.
Yeah.
Wait, how much older is Kay?
3
Oh,
years.
so she's the same
Yeah.
age as my sister. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I've known my brother-in-law since I was in middle school. My sister is also 6 years older than me, so I guess that's why there's a big gap. But
He's known you since you were a little tyke, and now he's grown you into a full-fledged woman
yeah,
with a
And
hunk of a boyfriend.
He bought me 보쌈, this pork dish from Korea, and that was like something that I didn't know until like recently, or like that age, because my dad doesn't like pork. So after he bought me that, I was just like, okay, he's in this family now.
Oh,
But that was like when they were still dating.
is that like a core memory from like?
she was young.
He,
She was
he
young.
took us 3 went on a date, or like he invited me
see.
to their
Oh, that's nice.
like date, I guess.
Yeah.
And I guess he wanted to get like approval from the little sister before
Yeah.
getting to the final boss. And
He got you the
Yeah,
one thing
he
your
did
dad would
it.
never get you, though.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, that's nice. So your dad doesn't eat pork.
Yeah,
so you
yeah, yeah.
never really ate posam, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
he
yeah.
took you out to like finally have
and it
this
was like
classic
yeah,
dish.
it was amazing.
Yeah.
And then he also took us to. I went to go see the Cat musical the same night.
Scary, yeah.
But it was something that I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it was very fun.
I mean, you're tight with your brother-in-law, or you respect
I
him a
feel
lot.
very
Yeah.
comfortable around him. He's like
Yeah.
a brother to me, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I feel very comfortable wearing just like pajamas and like no makeup or whatever and like be okay, because he has seen me since I was a little girl.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's not a regular brother-in-law like
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah,
Totally.
that's cool. I'm pretty comfortable without wearing makeup and in front of my brother-in-law as well.
Right,
so,
right.
Yeah, we're pretty tight.
But be careful if you show him too much leg, because we all know your brother-in-law's he's a hound.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's why my pajamas are always, full
Knee
length.
down,
Yeah.
knee down. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, my brother-in-law, he was 23 when he married my sister. She was also 23. They were very young, and I was
20.
20. Yeah.
Oh, they're the same age.
Yeah, they're the same age. Yeah, and he didn't get me posam, but he did give me his old Acura, which was pretty sick.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, we still have it.
Son,
Dude,
holy shit.
when I came up on that car, I was a junior in college, and so I mean, I couldn't bring it to Boston, obviously,
Yeah.
but I drove it around all summer in the Bay Area, and I really felt like $1 million,
Dude.
I felt like
That's huge.
1.2 million bucks. Fuck it, And then we still have the car. It's such a
Damn.
good car. It's an Acura
Mm.
TSX. Yeah.
Ooh.
Shout out James. But actually, my sister really like campaigned for me. She's like, my brother really needs a car, and your parents are gonna get us a car when we get married. So like, can we just give? And he was like, okay, yeah.
Wow.
My sister's actually always kind of done that for me. Is like try to hook me up with shit.
Right.
Nice. That's nice.
Any other stories from LA when you were back? Did you just like link up with? Do we know anyone in LA that you linked up with Elaine?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I saw Elaine, one of our friends, Elaine. She's been on the pod. She moved away to Singapore this past year, and met up with her and Ashley and Roy.
Yeah, her family.
Her family. Yeah, it was chill. Other than that, it was actually really exhausting.
I'm sure.
This is the thing with like traveling in general can be exhausting, but also like going back to your kind of hometown and then every day, every meal, there's someone that you're gonna eat with. Or that's generally what happens.
You got to link up with someone.
Yeah, and I was working the whole time, and even though it was the holidays, it was fucking annoyingly busy. So, yeah, it was good. It was.
You were like trying to get back to Korea, back to your life.
Yeah, I mean,
back to. Well, I'm saying like back to me, the podcast.
Back to the podcast. Yeah. This is my
back
life.
to your friends.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, but it was a good trip. I did see some people that I had been missing, and
How long has it been?
You were
it's
back
only
last
been,
year.
Yeah, 6 months.
Oh.
6 months. Yeah.
Thought it was like a year ago.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's even crazier is like when Jay left, I was like, damn, Jay's gonna be gone for a minute. We're like not gonna be able to pod for a while. And then you got back, and I was like, well, you're back. And then we're podding like the day after you got back. This is great.
Yeah.
It's commitment, dude.
It's commitment.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like you came back for the podcast. It's so obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and
the only reason,
I love you for that. Well, so we have, again, as I said earlier, we have no real outline or like theme for this episode, but we're having Jaehyun on. One thing that Jay and I had talked about as a possible kind of topic, if she were to come on, is that we met a year and a half ago through dating apps, right?
Yes.
I said dating apps.
Oh no.
Through the dating apps. And I mean, she has some really funny stories from the dating apps, and I also do too. But do you want to share maybe like that one of that dude who fucking was like that you had met another girl who had matched with the same guy, and you guys commiserated over how sketchy this person was?
Oh. Oof. Okay. I haven't told this story in so long, so I'm kind of forgetting. It was on Coffee Meets Bagel, and it was this white dude who was insanely hot. And I don't know if you guys know how Coffee Meets Bagel works, but you can only match
we're
with like
very familiar with how Coffee Meets Bagel works.
It's not like an unlimited slide of like
you get
matches.
like one a day
You get
or
like
something?
3 matches a day or something. And back then, this was like many, many years ago. Back then, like not many Koreans used that app. So there were not that many matches. Anyway, so I matched with this insanely good-looking dude, and we start talking, and I was just like, this cannot be real.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't see him as like a long-term thing, but I still was like so down to like see what he looks like. And then we planned to meet like some Saturday night evening for like some dumplings and like actually in Itaewon. I think that restaurant closed, and then I showed up, but he never showed.
Oof.
And I was very furious because he basically wasted my Saturday evening. And then
Red flag.
I think he just ghosted me. I think that's what happened. And then I decided to look for him and like try to like report him somehow. And so I tried to, with like very little information I had, I looked for him on Facebook, I think. And yeah, Facebook. That was the first platform I went on. And I found this Facebook group with this one girl who was also looking for this guy. And she had all these photos, like chat photos and everything. And it sounded like she went through the same shit as me.
Yeah.
And I started talking to her, and that group grew into like 4 or 5 girls.
Yeah.
And we decided to meet.
Oh.
And I think it was 4 of us. We decided to meet at Brera, which is an Italian restaurant in Hangangjin Station. And we had an amazing like dinner, like chat. It was so fun. We all got
pretty
really
awesome.
I
drunk.
imagine like half
Yeah.
of the conversation is just like,
Shitting
but
on him.
he's so hot
Yeah.
though. Like, what
I know.
he's
It
so
was-
hot,
Yeah.
and they're all
Yeah.
like half dreaming about him, but half
Yeah.
like, fuck that guy.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm really disappointed that you never actually got to meet because I wanted
I
to just
know.
like
Well,
Because
hammer home
he
the
was
point
probably
that he was
never
super
real.
hot.
He was probably never
Okay,
real.
so the
Exactly,
story is
yeah.
not finished. So that's
Oh.
like the intro.
Okay.
So us girls met.
Yeah.
And then that night, I somehow decided, while we were talking, I guess I realized something where I can find more information about him. And then while I was looking through his photos, I recognized this brand logo behind him.
wow.
And I decided to
Jaehyun,
look that
yeah.
up on LinkedIn with his name, and I found him
Holy
on LinkedIn.
shit. Yeah.
And I found out his real name, and then I looked for that name on Instagram, and I found him on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I started seeing all these stories, and he clearly was not in Korea. He was in Europe somewhere. And it seemed like he was already in a relationship, and it seemed like he was not the person that I had been talking to.
No way.
Was he as hot as he
Yeah,
was
he
in
looked
the,
exactly
He's a
the
real
same.
person. He's Chris Hemsworth. It was Chris.
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth, you owe
it's
my girlfriend a
actually
date, okay? You
Robert
fucking
Downey
ghosted her, you
Jr..
fucking asshole. No, but for sure, because that happens, right? People
Yeah.
will just
Right.
rip people's photos and pose.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's what happened. And I recognized all these photos on his feed
Yeah.
that he would send it to me. And so I direct messaged him saying, "Are you this person? Because I have been talking to you, supposedly." And apparently he's been getting these random messages from people saying that he's like apparently in Korea and all that stuff. And
Yeah, I see.
I don't know if I should completely believe that story either.
Yeah.
But I think that's true,
Sure.
and someone is like
yeah.
using his images.
Yeah.
That,
That
I
makes
know
lot
for a
of
fact
sense.
that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But the thing is, what do you gain from that?
well,
That's
simply,
that's a good point because the person, whoever was behind this fake or not fake persona, like never actually ended up meeting you. I would think that what they would gain is like maybe getting a chance to meet you and be like, oh, sorry, I don't look as good in the pictures or something.
yeah,
I
that
don't
would be
know.
like giving them a lot of credit of like maybe they'll try to show up and they straight up like catfish you, like they're not who they say they are. But
Yeah.
I think a more realistic scenario is that whoever was behind it is incredibly lonely. And is probably socially inept and has no real means to connect with people except through like an online interface. And then it's easier if you're hot. People will just give you more time of day
Yeah.
and be more interested in some bullshit that, you know, for non-attractive people, no one gives a shit about, right?
Yeah.
So whoever this person is probably was just like hella sad and is a depressing person,
that's
which is
true.
like kind of sad in and of itself.
Yeah.
But it reminds me of a story. I have a friend who kind of was he was in Korea. When he was here, he was kind of a dog on Instagram on Tinder.
What does that mean?
Like, as in, like, he was just kind of like going around and like sleeping around.
Oh,
and,
man whore.
kind of a man whore.
Okay.
And but he was like seeing this one girl, and it just turned out that he had matched with her friend as well, and then it was still talking to her friend. Like while he was hooking up with this girl. So
Hell yeah.
this girl had insider knowledge. Like she was like, "You're fucking lying to me. Like I know what you're doing tonight." Like they set up all these traps. So he found himself he kind of found himself in this weird hole, and he asked our other friend to basically text this girl and say, I was using my friend's photos to get girls on whatever
Brilliant.
Tinder.
Yeah.
And so thus to avoid any sort of like create an excuse. And I will say that the friend who came through in the scenario, the one who like took the bullet, was our friend Saul. Saul did this for another friend of ours. Yeah. I won't say who the other friend was, but Saul was like, what the fuck? He got a text, right? Like, bro, I really need your help right now. Can you just text this cacao and like confess all this shit? And then Saul was like, I don't understand what's happening, but I'll do it because it really doesn't make a difference to me. But also, like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
How old
This
was he?
the friend who was doing this is maybe like 3 or 4 years younger than us, and this was like a good 3 years ago.
Okay.
So that was a while back.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So
since
he
then,
was,
that
like,
friend has like definitely like gotten his shit together.
25 or something.
Probably 25. Yeah,
Okay.
that's safe to
Yeah.
say. But I when I heard that story, I was like, Saul, you're such a fucking good friend. I would probably say yes to that too. Not gonna lie. But part of me would be like, oh, I don't want this person, even though I'll never meet them, to think that I'm a creep like that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, because
A
you're basically
loser?
saying like, I'm a loser, I'm a creep, and like, I'm so sorry.
I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here?
Yeah, I don't belong here. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy. But babe, thank you so much for sharing that story.
Yeah.
I'm proud that you actually
yeah.
opened up about that.
Are you still in touch with the sisterhood of?
Yeah, of the
Traveling.
the Chris Hemsworth catfish girls.
Yeah.
No,
That would be
actually,
cool.
after we like stayed in touch for a good year or two.
Oh.
I think I was the one who like actively tried to like stay friends, I guess,
Yeah.
because I thought it was just a fun way to like get to know people.
Hell yeah. I mean,
but-
that's like a movie. You can make
Yeah.
like a
I
funny
know,
movie
right?
about
And
that.
like we went to like Ultra together.
Aw.
Or I was
Yeah.
like the one who was like, let's go to a music festival.
But baby, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of those like Netflix documentaries about like the Tinder swindler and stuff, where like the girls will meet, but they'll be like, he took $100,000 from my bank account. Like, thank God, right? You didn't like
Oh my
give
god,
this
I
guy
would never
money.
let that happen.
Yeah.
You know, with girls who like let that shit happen to them, where like someone that you haven't even met is asking for money, and first of all, it's sad. It's crazy that we can use psychological manipulation to achieve those ends, but part of me is always like, you're such an idiot. Who fucking wires a stranger $20K?
Yeah. Well, I think those girls, at least from that show, I think they already met the guy.
Yeah, you're right.
And we're
Actually, in the
kinda
Tinder
dating.
swindler, they had met him, but he was like
Yeah.
Ponzi skiing.
Yeah.
He was Ponzi skiing down them slopes, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Guys, I think that we should cut this episode short, just as a sort of,
Sure.
hey, welcome to the new year, guys.
Yeah.
We're still here. We're going to be here for the year. Jay, do you want to tell our listeners what your friend told to you about our podcast? Just to put it out there and see what our listeners think.
Yeah. We'd love to get some feedback on this. So, if anyone follows our Instagram, they'll know that with each episode, we post a picture of food with the episode title, and I think on our profile description, it says that we're not a food podcast.
We're not. Yeah.
But our theme just from the beginning was just like posting these food photos, and I thought it was cheeky. And
Is that the right word? Cheeky?
trying to throw in some British slang in my everyday vernacular. But I guess so. My friend is like, he works for a marketing company, and
Well, that's even worse, dude. You showed it to someone who works in marketing? Oh, God.
but keep this in mind. This friend has never owned an Instagram.
Okay.
And has never had like a social media handle or anything.
Oh,
But
interesting.
he's just like coming into it with this marketing point of view of having worked with companies and stuff like that. And he asked to see our podcast Instagram, and he's like, "What the fuck? Why are you doing this?" So, I think we're kind of
And you know the reason why we're doing it? I came up with the idea of posting photos of food for our thing and tagging restaurants as a way to sort of like make ourselves known among like F&B and stuff.
I personally like it a lot.
Thanks, Jay.
Yeah.
But you know, Jay, you are a creature of habit, and you like things to be constant. You like things to be.
Maybe that's true.
yeah.
Yeah.
You like patterns.
So do I.
I do like the intro that you do for the podcast and stuff like that.
It's a great intro.
Yeah.
But no,
But,
I mean, criticism duly noted, right? Or
Right.
critique, I would say, is
Right,
that
right.
why do we post photos of food when we say we're not a food podcast? So yeah, in that respect, a little cheeky. We had an idea of doing
Great word, right?
in that respect, cheeky, but we had an idea of doing Polaroids, but then we need to plan out what the episode is to get the right Polaroid. Not all Polaroids come out looking good, especially on Instagram.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Because the colors are so like muted and like overblown. But that's something for us to think about, Jay. Is like, how can we try to rebrand? I guess the Instagram, especially. I think that we've been doing a great job with like putting out content. But we'd love to hear actually our listeners' thoughts. If you guys want to comment on this post in particular, or just DM us, honestly.
Yeah.
Any ideas? We were thinking that maybe also switching up the logo on our Instagram, like the icon, just because I don't know if I love it looks like an illustration, which is great. Like our friend Nancy did it, and she's such a talented artist. And the kimchi is illustrated by hand. Same with the microphone. But maybe we do something that's a little bit more just, kind of like Photoshop.
Like a logo.
Yeah, like something very produced, you know? Something to think about. But guys, please leave a comment. If anyone's listening, please leave a comment with your suggestions and feedback. And I guess, welcome to the new year, 2023. With that said, we'll catch you guys in the next episode.
Bye.